Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I'm super excited to have everyone here because today we're talking about a very interesting topic. How do we collaborate and co-create together in a very effective manner using the tools that we have at our disposal? As you guys know, we love using Notion. We've been using Notion for a long time for collaborating with our whole community, but we found an amazing way to turn that into a gamified experience and have everyone participate in impact projects as adventurers, as you will, partying together and going on raids together to do to make some positive impact in the world. So we're going to show you how this works, and hopefully you guys can follow along. We're going to be releasing everything open source app for you anyways after we finish. So if you're here to watch us to understand how to connect Notion and your own custom app, and also how to perhaps even build some more complicated experiences that makes Notion just expand all those functionalities even more, feel free to join us. And of course, let's just have a good time and let's discuss how we're going to build the future of collaborative work together. So let's get straight into it. I want to jump into here. And as always, I like to start off by communicating why, what's, and how, right, behind this stream. So the why is we want to enable our community to collaborate and co-create with us. The main thing is that Notion doesn't really provide us the fine-tuned controls that we want or need. So for example, we want to have specific access controls. We want to have specific, ability to reward wins for a specific person. And we want to show people exactly how they can level up if they want to, embark on a community quest of their own. So what are we going to do? Well, we have a Notion database currently housing all our impact projects and corresponding tasks. You can see them all here. For example, these are all our impact projects and also tasks that you might be tagged on already. And as well, each one of these would have their own individual, task as well if you open it up. So for example, content workflow, you can open it up and you can see that we have a bunch of stuff in here that is already done. So you can see this all done here. That's great. So actually, I'm going to remove the activeness so I can see, and let's say active, I can do here, and status is active, not active. Status not complete. It's not complete. Perfect. So I'm going to show you how that actually works as well inside a custom app, because what we want to do is we want to then see a view of these entries inside Make Work Fun. So Make Work Fun, if you don't know yet, is our custom application that we've built to, integrate with Notion. So if you go here, I can show you that we already have a mission board here, but let me actually just open up the main page as well, just so you can know exactly what we're talking about when we ever reference Make Work Fun. Basically, it's our tool that we've built to interface with your productivity tools like Notion, right? To enable you to really be able to gamify that experience and make it really fun and enjoyable for you. So what we want to do here is we've already done this utility. We already built this off stream, which is something that we can use to pull in all our different existing entries over from Notion. And then if we click them right now, we also open up, a little Notion page, and then we can see all the information about that page and, what exactly needs to happen there as well. So that's what we want to start off with, right? So the next thing is we want to also create life point generation. So life point rewards from all those wins for all associated accounts. So what happens right now is for these impact projects, whenever you hand in a project or task rather, you should earn not only gold and experience points, which you can see here, but also one more thing called life points. Life points is super important for us because it's going to be our way of keeping track of how much each person in the community has contributed to others, how they help someone else in their day-to-day life. And the way that we want to really showcase this information, you saw a little preview of it just now, was that we want to have a custom adventurer card, right? So this custom adventure card basically is our way of showing, like, how much have you progressed individually in your life, right? What level are you? But also how much have you helped others, right? How much have you contributed to others, your life points, and what roles do you play in life? So you can kind of show off like, hey, I'm playing the attacker role, I'm a defender, I'm an innovator. These are all the ways that I'm showing up for people outside of me, right? And also inside my family and my communities and so on and so forth. So we thought this was a really nice way to just kind of represent like where you're at in your life. And this is definitely something that needs to be custom and dynamic. So right now we don't have that dynamic yet. We just built the custom, the base card, but definitely something that we want to do. We want to load dynamic data and then maybe show more details as well, right? So show more details would be, stuff like, breaking down their avatar, and also linking to their community profile. So these are two things that we'd love to show for sure as well. Perfect. So then knowing that we have those things, then our mission board needs to pull entries from the success plan. We also need to be able to do filter and sorting. So that's something that we want to try to build today as well. And then finally, we want a live task list that kind of just pulls the to-dos that are assigned to you. This is something that I've thought of for a while, is like we want to pull to-dos that are assigned to us from our impact projects, but also probably from success plan, from Holy Street success plan, but also from their own connected accounts. Well, so we're going to show you all of these things and hopefully show you a little bit of how you can make everything kind of work. So it'll be really fun. We're going to probably have a little bit of a longer stream today, which is fine. That always makes me happy because it means that I can show more building with you guys. And yeah, let's just have some fun with it and let's see how it goes. So let's go back into our code. So our code basically is our opportunity to really pull out the information that we need. And I'm going to close out everything except for Card Adventure. That's perfect. So this is the code that's currently governing this page right here. So this page is currently being managed by that code. You can see that we currently already have some code at the bottom that basically draws in for example, all the different wins we have, or not wins, but all the incomplete tasks that are there are related to World Boss, right? So you can see that these are all the ones. Right now, I'm not going to focus on building the filtering and everything. Right now, what I really want to do is just make sure that I can add things to my task list. And then how does that work? So I'm going to also write down a little bit what I think that process looks like. So mission board, assign myself to a task. So this can happen through a commenting system. So commenting, right? Clicking equals commenting, right? Or we can say, so options, right? Let's say options. Clicking is commenting. We can also do clicking equals to sending, going to Notion, right? But basically the idea is that how do you assign yourself to a task that you want to do, and how do you understand more about tasks even before you do it, right? So there's a few ways we can do it. Also, clicking equals to opening a preview of Notion inside of the Notion page. Like there's a lot of different ways that we can do this, and I think that or more opening a modal of the Notion page contents. So right now we have the easiest thing, right? This is just going to Notion, but like later on, do we want to have like a comment button that says like, hey, you know, click on this, and then you say, I want to work on this basically. And then we just wait for someone to agree or disagree. Perfect. So then now we have the live task list, pull to-dos that are assigned to you. So let's build the live task list first, because I think that's going to be a really interesting build. So the live task list, what I was envisioning was that it would kind of look like a, well, there's a few ways we can do a live task list, right? And I'm actually very open to show like different ways that we can do it. The first way is we can consider like doing like this, which I always really liked actually, because this makes it really easy for you to see. So this is table, right? You can see like a row of information, and this is your eat the frog today, and then this is your first priority, and we can even have a really cool like imagery in the background, I think, to make this really work. So I think this is a good look to begin with. Yeah, I think I'm gonna custom build this UI. It's also going to need filter and sorting in the future, but for now, like just having a very clear way to see all the different wins that are assigned to me, I think would be super, super important. Yeah. So I'll need to be filtering on World Boss as well. So, okay. So let's go ahead and open up a I'm almost certain that it's supposed to be an embed. So I'm going to open up the embed page. And I'm just going to double check on the, so it looks like this. Yeah, so it's pretty simple actually. So I'm going to actually just duplicate this. So copy, and I'm going to paste it. I don't use any of this content, by the way, but the main thing is that I want to pull in information. So not call it daily entry, but rather I want to call it task list. Okay, so task list. So task list, return some kind of div, and then we're going to go ahead and remove all this stuff. So we'll also double check here. What do they look like? Oh, yeah, habit groups. Then just generates a bunch of stuff. Okay, cool. So task lists, like that. Obviously, I need to have this at the bottom now because I want to grab all these. So I need to get server-side prop. This is the way that I'm going to be able to grab all the wins. So here I'm going to grab this. And then if there's no user, do that for sure. Credentials invalid if it can't catch that. That's also correct. I want to see tasks, but I want to add one more thing. I want to filter by. So the first thing it needs to be filtering by is definitely things that are assigned to me too. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter the order right now. So property, I need collaborators, and then this is where I'm going to go ahead and check the Notion API, Notion API, documentation. I want to find query or filter. Let's see, API reference. Let's see, database, filter, and I want to see people. There you go. So filter contains people. So property is people contains, and then we need to find the ID. Interesting. Okay, so I need to find the Notion ID of the person. So contains collaborators. This is people, and then contains. And the good thing about the Make Work Fun app is once we have a connection, so I need to find an example of a connection. So let's go to accounts. Yeah, so we need to connect with Notion, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure I log out of Notion here because I know I'm logged in. So let's go ahead and go to Notion and log out. Yeah, so it's on my inbox right now. Great, and then I'm gonna go ahead and log out. So I'm just gonna clear the cache for here just to make it easier. So if I clear the cache, now it will go ahead and do this. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll connect with Notion. It's gonna load all this stuff. I'm gonna use my test account. Let's go ahead and grab my password, which is on my testing account. Perfect. We have a test account here. Yeah, let's switch to my own personal workspace. So let's say that I'm connecting to, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just connect to like this one, for example, allow access. Okay. So what's really cool is that once I did this connection, I should have my Notion ID here, which allows me to see Let's refresh this. You don't need to refresh, by the way. It's already there. So let's see what's... Okay. My perspective is that... Yeah, most likely I need to go deeper inside the page. So, success plan. Yeah, let's just try this, for example. There you go. Okay, so let's say I connected the success plan. I'll test later, but the beauty of this is that now we have, this is our Notion ID actually. So I actually want to make this into a dynamic thing. So I need to just figure out where to pull that from. Okay, so where did I pull this? So connected Notion accounts. So let me go ahead and just slowly show you how this works. So connected Notion accounts. Okay, so custom collaborator is there. User profile.notion user name, Notion user ID. This is what I need. So user profile.notion user ID. And how do I get user profile? User profile. Okay, so something is throwing it there. So user profile gets it from user contents, and then, okay, you know what? For now, let's just do a manual. But I definitely know I can grab that. Well, actually, it's not too bad. So might as well just go grab it. Okay, okay. So I have some code that already does that. So let's go to accounts. And then I know that I have some code here that does something that grabs from Notion. Yeah, there we go. So get Notion secret key, blah, blah, blah. So this is not what I need, but I do know that this will grab it. So constant data like this. So let's go task list here. This is user. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab information. So constant, I don't want data, but constant Notion ID, user ID, I guess. Okay, user profile. Yeah, it's from users. Okay. And then Notion is going to have, go down to user profile again, or rather, yeah, Notion user ID. Notion user ID. Select Notion user ID equals to my ID here. Perfect. And then I think what I'm going to do here, collaborators contains, and then Notion user ID. So of course this all doesn't happen if there is no user ID. So only if there is, so if Notion user ID, then things happen. So then so you send all these credentials over, and then we return those props. Okay, on at the dock, and then return it there. Otherwise, you don't do anything. We just exit. Okay, I think this is good. So we have a task list now. And then right now, what I want to do is, since we're bringing this information here, so I'm also going to change tasks to something more specific. We want to call this impact tasks. So impact tasks. Let's do it that way. And then we go impact tasks. So now I have here called impact tasks. And ideally now I can do a mapping function. So I'm going to do a dot map. So something just like this. Actually, I'm going to grab more of that code. Click this trim it down. So if I see impact tasks, by the way, I still need a div, so I'm going to add that div there. Impact tasks, if it exists, then I want to do impact task.result.map, and then task, and then everything works. So I'm just going to keep it simple with just the name and then nothing else. Perfect. Okay, cool. So what should happen here is I should be able to open this up in the new iframe. So what I need right now is, so when I say iframe, I mean like, for example, on the side of the page here, I'm able to open up something called player, and it will just open this up, right? So, and the Windows Week needs to be refreshed. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, very cool. I'm gonna add an additional tool then now. Instead of player, I'm gonna also add one more thing called task list. So on the sidebar, so I know I have sidebar. So I have player. And then only if that exists. Yeah, there's an equals embed. Okay. So let's go ahead and just add additional one here. So task list. Let's call this task. So I have taster now. Great. And then I need to change the music thing to FA. Oh, check. There you go. So task is there now. And then what's going to be beautiful about this is that I also need to make this higher. So this is going to be maybe 60, 80, 70. Oops. Needs to be a real number. There we go, 72. That's beautiful. So what was the difference? 56 to 70. 56 to 72. So 56 to 72, this one's probably going to be okay, let's also just open up embed to see. So what we can do is we can go to our embeds here. I just want to make sure that these ones still look proper. So this one should probably load something on the side. No? Oh, I just kept it simple. I just didn't show the sidebar. Does that make sense? Interesting. I'll have to check it out later, I think. But anyway, I think the easiest thing was just to 56 is the other one. 56. 56. There's only 6 of them. There we go. Mobile device, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Okay, so now I need to handle this set whatever. So this is going to be task, set task. And what I'm going to do is set task equals true, set task, task. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save that just to see. So that's good. So clicking on it does nothing right now. Whereas clicking on these will do something. Okay, so I need to show also here tasks just like that. So now we know once we open this, that won't make this color move. Perfect. And then now we want to go ahead and pass information in. So modal player, Um, do we have a modal player? So modals. Ah, actually, this should be a modal. Okay, so let's save this for a second. Let's save this for a second. The task list should be modal tasks. So let's move this here. Move. So modal tasks. And then in the sidebar, we're going to be able to then call it some modal tasks. And then visibility is player. Set visibility is set. No, visibility is pass. Set visibility is set pass. I don't know what mobile device means there. So let's go ahead and take a look at what modal win looks like. So we will have what does mobile do? Wait, this modal win is different. Okay, modal player. Let's open modal player. Modal player. Open. Okay, so now we have a bunch of stuff. So we have mobile device. How's it being used? Ah, so it helps us kind of figure out on mobile how does it look. Okay, that's fair. I understand. Okay, so visibility is hidden and stuff like that. Okay, let's just throw in all these things. It's good that I have user there, but as we saw before, maybe it's a bit hard for us to actually do. Yeah, okay, so let's go in here. We have impact task. That's fair. And then now what we have is size, set size. So these are all the different sizing you can have there. It's fine. Actually, I like those things. So I'm going to keep those things. So size, set size. So I'm going to do these things. And then I'm going to keep all these things here. So yeah, right here all the way to this. And the iframe embeds that. Oh wait, actually. Yeah, okay. I misunderstood what I need to do. So I need to actually just do this. So I will have this as a separate page. So this needs to be saved again. So task list. So embed task list. But I need a new modal here. There's no task list here. Okay, yeah, so task list is just impact task. And then what I'm going to do now is for modals, I'm going to grab the modal. Yeah, so I'm going to delete this and then I'm going to grab the modal music maybe just to get an easier one. So copy and then paste. So this is now modal wins. So modal wins. Modal task, sorry. Oops, modal. Where is that? Modal task. Okay, there we go. Modal tasks, and then now let's keep going. So we don't need these Spotify things. Actually, shit. Okay. I want I want modal player. And then we want to paste this. And then modal. There we go. Okay, now let's go. So modal tasks is the new thing here, and then we have modal tasks. So I can go ahead and send that in. Why is it an error? Okay, so this is a different embed altogether. That's great. So I'm going to remove modal player, so I don't get confused. Modal task. So what I need to do here is I'm already sending everything in. There's no player URL. What I need to do here is I don't even need the authentication link. I don't think I need authentication link. What's the sending? Oh, it's just double checking the thing. Okay, I don't need that. That's great. Mobile device, blah, blah, blah. And all I need to do is just this iframe. So this is simple. So embed slash layer dash details. So actually, it's not even in here. It's in pages. Okay, pages embed. Yeah, here. Okay, okay. So I need to do task list. So I need to move this to player slash details. Let's go ahead and put it inside embeds. Where's that? Pages embed. Okay, rename player task list. Let's probably just task list. I think it's fine. So task list is how this is gonna work. Let me just open up player details as well to see how this works. So all I need to do is just load it, right? I think. I need sectioning and stuff. Okay, so multiple tasks will handle this. So all I need to do is just to task list. Task list. And then what I need to do here is I need to build this out. So yeah, I think this is a great test already. So let's see. So now we have a task list. Okay, so we have an issue here. So let's see what the issue is. We can't find anything, I'm guessing. Console.log Notion user ID. So let's do that again and let's see what happens. I think every time I click that button, it should just refresh that. Because right now it's not. Yes. Okay, let's see. Did I get a... Supabase is not defined. Got it. So that's the issue. Supabase is not defined. Which means I need to import Supabase. Also, I'm pretty sure Notion is not defined as well. So let's go ahead and throw that in. So let's go ahead and go to here. And let's just remove everything here. Now we have both. This might not work. So at utils Supabase clients. think that's fine. At does that work? Okay, let's see. We're very close here to be able to see that. Okay, can't resolve. Yeah, I think this utils. I want to double check this. Yeah, it works. Okay, so that's the way to do it. Okay, cool. So get server side props did not return an object. So let's see, what is the error here? Let's see, get server side props did not return. So it means that I got nothing in my I got undefined here. Let's see. So equals this from users, Notion user ID. So I'm gonna go ahead and check my backend and just see if that even exists. So I want to understand better if that's something that will work. So it's going to the users table. So users table, and then Notion underscore user underscore ID. That looks correct. Let me also then just console.log my user.id. I think that's the reason. Okay, console.log user. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to see. So undefined and undefined. So the first thing is here. So that's why. So you know user.id, it's just user. Okay, it's still having an error. Huh. No, I need user.id. ID. Yep, so I got that user ID. I'm gonna look into my backend and see what happens. Yeah, so I'm querying the users table. I am querying that. I have a Notion user email. I have a Notion user ID. Notion user ID. What is potentially the issue here? I want to select the Notion user ID from, like if I did select star, it would select everything. It's still not giving me that though. Await Supabase from users, select this. Let's go ahead and grab this from account. So from user, select this. Maybe this is better if I use data. But I should be able to rename this to whoever I want. That's interesting. So let's just do data for now. Okay, so it did grab that. Dot single dot limit 1. See what happens. Okay, we need to try again. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I get it. So dot single is good enough. The data dot. So if data, then data dot notion user ID equals to notion user ID. Yeah, so notion user ID is there. I still want to console log it just so I can see, but that's basically it. Okay, so refresh this. Okay, so this should work. It did not. Let's see. Notion user ID is not defined. It's the other way around. Oops. Constant. I can just do that. Yeah. Well. Actually, I should do it this way. I need another if statement. So if data there, and then if and then if notion user ID. And then do this. Well, I can do this. I think it's better. Yeah. All right, let's take a look. Looks like it is working. Perfect. Okay, so Notion user ID is there. So I can remove this console logging. So right now there's nothing that actually is assigned to this, which is correct. So I'm gonna now go ahead and assign myself to a few things just so I can see how this all plays out. So for example, impact projects. Let's say that yeah, record videos for Start Here course. Let's go ahead and add a collaborator called test. So this is my test account. And then now if I refresh this, oh nice, so this has everything here. Oh, that's Inception. You can do task into task. Wait, is it the same thing here? Ah, so I removed it for previous ones. Okay, I need to figure out how to remove the sidebar for the rest of them. So, sidebar. Sidebar includes embed. Hmm. Yeah, interesting. I'm curious how I do that. Anyway, so tasks. Nice. So this shows up. So now we already have a way to see all our different wins coming in. So these are all the wins for our section. So now we can start building this out, which is going to be really fun. So I think what we're going to do, the first thing is it's annoying me that it pops in and out. So I'm going to go ahead and just quickly improve that. So actually, first of all, good practice is committing your code. So right now I'm going to commit some code. I'm going to say that this is going to be a mission board plus task list working. So that's just committing it to work. Perfect. And then now what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and go to my, my task list is here. So yeah, here's what I want to change. Oh no, okay, that's also multitask I want to change. So visibility. So we have this whole thing where it's like it's only when we're hovering that it shows the opacity. So what? It's a hover. Yeah, hover opacity, and then otherwise it's 20. So what I want to do is if we press a button on the top there, so set constant sets opacity. So opacity and then set opacity. And then we want to start it off at 20. And then what we can do here is we can have we can use a slider, I guess. Oh, we can even do a slider. That's super fun. Whoa. You can do a slider. So what could look like is a slider on here. Nah, I think a toggle is better. Okay, so I'm just gonna toggle it between the different modes. But basically, it's just going to be another button here. So this one's be set opacity. Let's say 80. Okay, and then here is what I want to do. So I'm going to okay, so we have set opacity is 80, which means that okay, also this I think can change FA sun. Yeah, so that's set opacity. And this needs to add in $sign. How's this work? So right here, $sign, $sign. Okay, and then this is opacity. I don't remember how to do this. This is like this. There we go. There we go. Nice, cool. So now I have opacity here. And now, okay, perfect. Now the next thing is I want to toggle this. So this should be a toggle. So set opacity, it should be a toggle, and I have just the perfect thing for this. Mantine has a wonderful, wonderful UI for this. So hooks. So toggle, use toggle. Yeah, so value use toggle. So import use toggle here. And then, so instead of that, I'm going to say this. So it's a opacity. So set opacity, use toggle, and then we're going to switch between 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Perfect. And then I'm gonna set toggle on click. Then we have toggle here. On click. And then we have toggle here. Oh wait, just so there's that opacity. Perfect. And then now let's see what happens here. Cannot read properties of undefined. Oops. Let's see what's going on here. Does that have to be a number? Or a string rather. Might need to be. So let's go ahead and I'm almost certain I'm using it wrong. So use toggle. Yeah, it's probably just a very minor thing. Use toggle, open brackets, close bracket. Let's open this up. Use toggle, open bracket, square bracket. That looks correct actually. So set opacity. Okay. So set click. So set opacity. Let's see if there's any errors here. Let's just Google this quickly, but I don't want to get stuck here because this is a small minor thing. Use toggle. I need to if I just put a forced value in here, so let's say I put 20 in here, what happens? Okay, the issue is that it's not, it needs to be forced. What's the point of a toggle then if there is no value there? It would have been so cool if I got this done. Is there any way that I can try a different way? So button, color value, on click, that's this thing. Button. If I change the type button, does that change anything? And let's say I remove this. Yeah, use toggle seems to be. Well, I'm curious then, is there any, because I'm on the older version of this, I just want to see if there's anything that okay, let's take a look at the docs for this. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely because I'm on an old version of this. Value toggle. Hmm. So not use toggle does this thing. Maybe I just okay, I'm almost certain this doesn't it's not changing anything, but let's say call it toggle. I'm just very curious now. I need to understand this. Okay, so use toggle is still having an issue. So that's nothing to do with this. I just need to update my like I know it works, so I think that's fine. I'm gonna keep this for now because I know it will work once I update my Mantine. Yeah, I'm on the older version right now. I'm the 6.0.1. What version am I on? Let's see. So my Mantine version is in my yarn.lock Mantine. Yeah, I'm on hooks 4.2, so I'm on this one. Yeah, let's see. This one is toggle. Ah, okay, so this is the old one. So there's a default value. Okay, let's just copy this. But I'll need to update it once I get my new one in. So anyway, so this is 20, and then let's say this is 50, and then 75. Let's just keep it simple. So there's only 5 levels. Okay, and then I think that solves everything. Still no. Let's see. On click toggle. Ah, okay. I know what happened. There's 2 layers of this by accident. Oh, there's only 2 values. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Fine. All right. The functionality here got severely reduced. That's all right. 40 and 75, 33 and 66. So, well, I mean, the original number was 20, so let's still keep 20, 20 and 80. 20 and 100 maybe. Yeah, 20 and 100. Yeah, let's go there. Perfect. All right, perfect. Okay, and then I think the thing I want now is I want there to be some sort of background on it so I know it's on or not. So what I used to do was I would have a if this then color, right? So okay, well, no, actually I want to just set that up. So what could be cool is if I had a color thing here. So however, I have a background gray, but focus, I have this, yeah, ring. But let's say indigo 800. So we can say, additionally, there's a background indigo, let's say Is there 1,000? No, so there's only 800. That's not what I want. I want a number there. So let's say this is going to be a small number for opacity. That's super cool. Okay, and then text, font, normal. Text. Why is it such a weird font? Anyway, this is good though. So I'm going to also add some spacing. That didn't work. I think that's fine for now. Okay, so there's 100% opacity there. Okay, and then now I can go ahead and play around with this. So now we have a list of items. So what I want to do is I want to throw in more information here. So for example, I want to, okay, first let's also commit this. So this is going to be opacity control in modal. Okay, and then now I'm going to load all these things. So we have a task list and we want to basically go ahead and load everything up. So I know that in missions I have something about this. So yeah, I want to show information. So I'm just going to grab all these things. So status, of course, is important as well. But I want to have all these show up in a list. So let's see. So this is it. I need a div here. So I need a div. And then I need a div. Okay, so that's going to look like that. Now I do want it to be a little more dynamic. Well, okay, depends. Let's see what the best look and feel is. So we have, this is our example, right? This is our example of what it could look like. But now we have full agency over how we want this to look. Okay, so I want to see my due dates as well. Like a big alarm clock due date here. Okay, first let's just make this whole thing look a bit more pretty. So we have class name, I'm gonna say rounded, I'm gonna say P4. Okay, and then we're gonna say BG white, just to see how it looks. Okay, so BG emerald 100, just so that I have something there. Be emerald 600. Okay, so we need some padding on the whole thing. So we're gonna say div last name equals to padding is P4. Perfect. And then now we can even add some text here. So we can say there's an H2 here. We can say hello world. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a class name. Text is Excel. Text is to Excel. Text is just Excel. And then we can say this is impact pass. And then we're going to say font semi-bold, and then we're gonna say MB2. We'll add some padding there. So this is our impact task. So later on, we can probably even do like sorting on each section, but for now, I think this is good. So impact task is going to be a whole list of impact tasks there. Let's add a little more spacing. Perfect. So we have some information here. We also want to have like, I actually really like the whole idea of what we have in the dailies. So let's see the dailies. The dailies is really nice for this because we have a place for you to see and interact with it on the right. So that's what I really liked about that. Like, I like this look and feel a lot, actually. Should I reproduce it? Because you can see how much golden EXP in one place. So now, like, this is like showing like a lot of information here. Which isn't bad per se. Okay, I think right now let's just make sure all the information that's here is on there too. So let's look at status. So status needs to be there. Let's backlog. Let's throw in all the data that I want to show first, and then we can see what to do with it. So due dates, I think it's important to show. Estimated time, I think it's important to show as well. Priority for sure. So priority for sure. Let's do priority first. So priority for sure. So priority is my second priority. And then we want to see our impact. So impact. Right, so you see it's very easy for us to just pull information up. I also now want to see, I've seen status, time, maybe due date. Yeah, due date, let's see. So due date, I need to actually see what's being spit out first. So let's do a console log. Actually, I think I already have information here. So let's check our console. I'm just grabbing the information just to see how it looks. I want due dates. Well, days to go is actually much cleaner as well. Let's get punctuality first, because punctuality may give me a better understand. Okay, let's just do both, whatever. Okay, due dates, due dates, due dates, due dates, due dates. Oh, actually, there's no dates here. Yeah, I don't see dates. Okay, let's just keep it simple and do formula. So punctuality. Yeah, so we have punctuality there. Interesting though. I don't know why I can't see dates here in the list. So let's look at due dates. Due. Very, very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, it's fine. I have enough information from this. So basically, I'm just trying to see a list of everything here. I think the priority can be indicated by like a number thing on the side. Like I'm even imagining that could be quite nice. Okay, first of all, I want to remove this tools thing. We don't need this on here. So let's go ahead and remove the tools. So let's go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and remove the tools. What we want to do is sidebar gets removed in the layout. So right now it removes itself on all of these because it's able to understand that these are embeds. Does not equals embed. No, wait, no, sidebar. So if I have a user, then everything doesn't matter. Nope, that's fine, I get that. Router path includes embed. Why doesn't this work? I think something inside is causing it to do that. Let's see the difference between, like, for example, Spotify. Actually, not even player. So player embed is also player details embed. It's also somehow Modo player, for example. Okay, so in slash embed slash player details off. Yeah, right now I'm trying to build this simply, so I think that's the main issue. Okay, anyway, let's just go ahead and here, just hard code it. Yeah. Off. Yeah. Router as path dot includes task list. There you go. Done. Keep it simple. All right. So let's go ahead and continue. So now we have this task list that we want to play around with. I want to keep it 3 lines max. So, and I want to use colors and everything to help it. And I also want to have a way for me to check it off as well, ideally. Like if I can check it, then it will do something. Should I? No, for now, let's just keep it simple. For now, it's still just viewing. Later on, we can have an easy like check off, like, okay, I finished at this time kind of thing. So right now, if I want to keep it easy, the priority should be, I'm kind of imagining that it's on the top of the page, like the top of the thing. That could be really cool. Status of this could be, yeah, let's also have a second one in here so we can see it. So let's open up another one. So like, for example, yeah, rebuild a love course. Let's say that's going to be something that I want to assign the test account on as well. And then now if I just refresh this, we can see a bunch of information there. Most likely we'll also need to start showing this in a, yeah, we also want to start showing this in the flex. So div, and then we want to do flex. So class name equal to flex. Let's call, yeah, 2 or something. Yeah, so nice. So we have 2 different ones. And now what we want to do is, I think this goes below here. And the punctuality goes somewhere here. So punctuality goes somewhere there. I do need a button then though to go to it. Or do I just make the whole thing clickable? I think the whole thing is clickable. So the whole thing is clickable. So pointer cursor, the whole thing will be clickable. I'm going to add a class, which allows me to make that clickable. We're going to go ahead and make this into a href equals to, we do have a URL already that I've gotten. So URL, change URL, test URL. Let's just grab this whole thing. I don't need to do that though, but test URL for sure. Now if I just click that open, it opens up Notion, which is amazing, which I probably already have access to if I'm already on my account. So that's great. And then I think what's going to happen is we're probably going to want some kind of way to show that this is something I'm working on right now. So it's kind of pinned in the future, or maybe. But anyway, for right now, I can just keep it simple still. So I want to have 3 lines of information. Next thing is priority. There's also details though. So reward, let's see what detail shows. Yeah, this shows me information about this. How might I present this differently? Let's see. We might want to do this. We might want to have this, like these are definitely tags, right? So we can show them all in one line too. I think impact probably can be shown as the formula string. I think I can also even just show like a column of information. So let me look back on dailies and see what I like there. Yeah, let's see what I liked here. Yeah, I really liked this. So I can have like a EXP and a gold, and then the information. Yeah, I can have EXP, then gold. Yeah, let's try that. So, and also I think what happens here is, okay, let's just grab it first. So dailies, dailies entry, and we go to habit groups, and then we go to routine section, and then habit row. There we go. So this is the UI for this. So habit row here. Oh, it's super complicated. Let's just grab this. That's what I want. Let's see. So I want this in a flex. Yeah, whoops. Plus 25 XP. That's it. Where is 25 min? Oh, whoops, I put it in the wrong place. Lol. Okay. Whoops. So let's put it back here. Task list. I want to put it into here. There we go. That's cool. So I know what I need to do here for sure is I want to have it on the side. Now the question is which side? I think the reward should be on the right side. Yeah, so I'll reward on the right side. So let's go ahead and build that out. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna have a flex row. Flex row. That's fine. And then justify between, which means that it's gonna push everything to the side. What I'm gonna do here is I'm going to have two of these. I'm gonna have a div in between so that I can see everything as an example. And then now what I'm gonna do is everything else gets put into a div. So then everything becomes segmented, just like so. Now instead of this 25 EXP thing, I want this with rewards. So let's go ahead. In the future, I can improve this, but for now, I just want to do something like this. Let's remove this, and let's remove this. So it looks something like that. And then I want to have information on top of that. So punctuality probably is the information that I want to show there. Now, how do I make this forcing it into long? Because it's auto rolling. So inline block is probably what's wrong here. There we go. But I also want this to be centered, I think. So this both needs to be centered. So last name, text center. There we go. So that's all centered. And then what's going to happen here is mtw. There we go. That's cool. I also want this whole thing to be aligned. So align middle. I want a horizontal line. So this is items center. There we go. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now backlog and priorities and stuff. So status needs to be shown somehow. Okay, so I'm almost certain that the priority gets shown in terms of the background color. But first of all, it's going to order by priority anyway. So I think the first thing is the sort should be by priority anyway. So I think that's fine. And then what's going to happen is I want there to be different colors based on if it has 1, 2, or 3 or whatever. Actually, backlog and stuff should have color because yeah, I think the status is what gives me color, just because then I can see like visually what's being worked on right now. Yeah, because otherwise it's already in order. Okay, cool. So let's do that. So I don't need status though. I need status only for our background color. So let's go ahead and put this class on. And then we're gonna go ahead and do this. Gonna add these brackets, and then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and throw in the background color. So we're gonna say, okay, well, we need a default. So BG primary. Yeah, so we have a primary color in the back. That's great. But then from here is where I want to have an if statement. So if task property status select name equals to, what do we have right now? Backlog. Then we do something. So we're gonna do, I'm just gonna do background red for now. BG red 400. What's the issue here? Then otherwise no. Otherwise empty. Okay, so I can't put that there. I need to put that into this. Are they both backlog? Okay, well, let's find a non-backlog one. So just put a test there. Okay, actually we want to test everything. So let's go and test. So test is there, and then we also want one that's just in progress. So let's just put that in not progress, let's just put that to ready to start. Okay, cool. Let's go. But while that's loading, we can start touching this up as well. So we have a few different properties. So we want backlog, we want ready to start, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and grab this. So I'm going to enter that, and then enter that, and then enter that, and enter that. So backlog ready to start, and then we have in progress, and then we have blocked, and then we're not going to have complete, so it doesn't matter, but we might have background. Okay, so actually we don't even need this then. Yeah, cool. So that's the save. Now we have a bunch of different stuff. I want to make sure that I'm also handling everything properly. So we have ready to start. So backlog should be like black, for example. Okay, so 3, 2. Okay. Block needs to be purple, so indigo. Okay, indigo. In progress is yellow. I think we need to have a color that works for everyone. I think this needs to be very bold, but my issue is that it's also, let me just see what happens if I add some opacity. I could also put like a round border around it. Yeah, I think instead of background, let's just do a ring. So everything is primary 3, but I need a ring around everything. So ring I think let's keep it simple. So then ready to start is a ring. How does a ring work? I know I have ring here. Let's see. So modal task. So we have ring here. Focus ring, ring to ring offset. Okay, let's go. So ring 2. Ring offset 2. Okay, so rings give me this. Let's say the ring color here. Okay, so this is nice. We're gonna add some padding between everything. So gap 3. That's nice. We're gonna fix that, by the way. So let's go ahead and add in this truncate. Wait, there is a truncate here already. So with full. Wrap. I need to fix that. Okay, how come this doesn't work anymore? So let's just simplify this. So if it's that, then do this. Okay, why is it yellow? Oh, why is it blue rather? Is it because of... Okay, this doesn't work either anymore as well. So status select name is, let's say, in progress. Okay. Let me just refresh that, make sure it's not me. Okay, so this is really weird. I have a select, obviously. If I remove this, okay, if I remove both of these. Okay. So the ring 2 needs to be on here. So ring 2 is a specific thing. I hear you. Okay, I got it. I didn't realize. So we need to have, yeah, just straight up the ring. I don't even need to take this off. So ring. And then I need to add some offset or whatever. So ring 2, focus ring offset 2. How do I use ring though? Okay, let's go back to my code and let's say tailwind ring color. Okay, ring 2 gives me stuff, but I need to change the color of ring. Wait, so ring 2 is the correct one. So ring 2 is correct. So ring 4, for example. Okay, okay. I see, I see. Okay, I got it. So these just need to be after. So ring. Okay. So that's good. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. Also, I need to have a hide link border. There we go. So opens that up. And then what we can do is, I don't think 3 works. Yeah. I think 2 is fine. But I do think everything needs a shadow. So shadow large. Yeah, so shadow has a bit. Okay, now we finally get rid of priority as well. So priority, we can get rid of that because priority we're going to use to do some kind of background image. Okay, let's also fix this. This is good, by the way. I really like that we have this as an example so we can see how this looks like. So we're going to say this needs to truncate. And how do I force it to truncate? I need to go into my other code and just double check that. So truncates. I was able to force it by having a very specific grid. I don't have that here. So let's just make sure that this works. Do I need flex row? Yes, because it's important. But can I say width full here? If I say width, let's say 20, because everything is not fitting inside, flex wrap. W full. Okay, okay, this works. So, and W full. So this needs to stay stuck here. So I think the best way to handle this. So I have a justify in between already. So with 3/4. I think just always make sure that's always 3/4 or 1/2 or something. Maybe 3/5. Perfect. So even if I make it bigger, then it'll just always limit there. That's amazing. And then now I can get rid of this bonus quest thing. Because I'm gonna integrate that into its background. So there's a 3 different levels of questing. Yeah, why I didn't want to do this because the priorities can be different, but I think what's important right now is making it look funny and fun. So yeah, let's just load some images for fun first, and then we'll see how it goes. So I want to have a background image. So let's go ahead and grab something from, I know I have in dailies. Not dailies, parties. So my parties, card party. I don't have a background somewhere here. Set background image. There we go. So style. So style is what I'm gonna do here. And then we're gonna have target blank, that's still fine. So here we go. So background image. We're going to go ahead and start throwing in the what I just took. So this. So if it is what first priority, I need to see that again. Okay, let's also okay, very cool. So I also want to just put that back here so I can see what I had before. So first priority, and then we need to do a, so there's no background primary anymore, but I just need a BG opacity 20. I need opacity on this. So opacity on background image is gonna look like, I don't think I have a opacity on background image. But anyway, I do want to do this though. So this is cool. All these background things. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that in. All these background classes are great. So I'm gonna do it all into here. Very nice. Oh, looks so nice. Hover scale 101, can I? Ah, needs to be 105. Okay. So now I can even add more padding on everything. So P8, P6. It's so smooth. I love it. Okay, perfect. So if it's a frog, okay, for sure I want frogs to show up. So eat the frog should be a frog. I think that'd be super cute, super funny. But right now, what's one thing I need? I need to add a, okay, I know what I did before. I add a background to it and on top of it or below it, I guess. So what I need to do now is also I like the background primary. Okay, so we got a few things. So BG primary 3, just in case it doesn't load. But for this, I think it's important to have this last name. So this is then on top of everything. And then what has to happen is P4 is here. The whole flex row thing is here. There we go. Now I had some darkening. Beautiful. I know the image is now cutting into the ring. So let's figure out how to do that. So the ring image is above the ring. So I guess the ring just needs to be on this level. Okay, and then so the ring just needs to be on this level. Perfect. Okay, looking good, guys, looking good. Okay, so we're almost there. So we see all the info tasks. Now I want to show different imagery. So I want to also change one of the bonus ones to, let's say one of these bonus ones, rebuild a little more. So let's say this was a frog, okay? So frogs, for sure, I want to have some different imagery. So I'm going to grab a bunch of imagery now. Yeah, let's use Midjourney to generate it. I think that'd be fun. But I think I want to see also what is the file format for this. So challenge, go to definition, go to file, I think. Skyrim. Where is this file? There we go. So it's just a big picture. I think that works. So I'm just gonna go ahead and update this. So I'm gonna do some mid-journey generation. So I'm gonna drag this over. And so what are the different statuses that we want to do? So we want to do eat the frog. So imagine fantasy frog monster RPG adventure. Okay, but that's what I'm gonna do. My first prompt on. The second prompt is definitely I think I need to see my high priorities. So first, second, and third. Everything else is like kind of meh. But for sure, my first few priorities is important. I also want to see eat the ice cream. So eat the ice cream. Look, the ice cream is fine. So imagine fantasy ice cream happy adventure RPG. That's so funny, by the way. I think I'm gonna have to force a 16 by 9. So AR 16 by 9. Frog monster. Party fighting. This is nice though. I mean, like this will work, honestly. But I just want to see one more version of that, and then impact. Imagine, so fantasy, first priority, urgent, alarm, RPG adventure. AR 16 by 9. This is really nice too, by the way. So I want to say lick the ice cream for this one. Imagine lick ice cream happy adventure RPG AR 16 by 9. This is so cute. Guys, this is so nice. Okay, wait. So I think we need a version for okay, we're gonna redo this. But the whole party motif wasn't what I initially was going for, but it's super funny. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I guess it's nice. This is actually really nice. Yeah, but this frog monster partying, it's like super fun. Okay, so I think one of these ice creams will work. I don't need anything too much. So let's go ahead and just use the bottom left photo. So I'm just gonna do that versioning, and then for this one, yeah, this party one is like really funny. Okay, let's do the version 1. And the last one will be I think from first to third priority. I think if it shows first, we should just have something that says first in the background. Let's go ahead and just try that. So imagine fantasy first place, finish, adventure, RPG. Oops, I forgot to add the aspect ratio. Okay, I think this version is best. So upscale this. So let's go ahead and save this now. So save image as. Well, first save image as, and then let's go over to our make work fun. Let's go to imagery. Public image. Under challenge. Where is it? So it's under, yeah, public challenge, JPEG. So this one is going to be frog. Eat the frog. Okay, perfect. And then now we're going to keep looking at other imagery as well. So we're going to go ahead and grab the rest. So yeah, this one. Okay, it's nice, but we need aspect ratio. So impact, imagine AR 16:9. Now let's go ahead and grab this. So we have this now. I like all of them. So let's go ahead and version 1. And then what we want now is just the first priority. I think, and everything else I think goes later. So let's go ahead and, oh, it's a bit blurry, but anyway, ice cream. And then let's go grab the, I actually really like this one, so maybe I'll just upscale the second one first, and we'll see. And this is first priority. Okay, and then so the main thing is I want to get the first few priorities down. I think one thing that I'm gonna realize I want to do is I probably want to also have some sort of like number indicator. So like 1, 2, maybe. I'm still thinking about that. But that sounds like something that could be useful. So like just like a 1, 2, 3, or like even just like a sidebar here, I think could be really nice, just to kind of differentiate between. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking like some kind of sidebar here with a 1, 2, 3. Let's see though. Let's see though. Okay, so um, the folder is called background. The image is called so eat the frog. So eat the frog. Eats the frog.png. So let's see what happens. Let's refresh this. Okay, this is the frog. Okay, so I need to have contains, not equals to, not includes. Okay. For fun, public, background. Oops, challenge. I saved it in challenge. I think it's fine. Let's put a challenge. Okay. I'm not typing this properly. That's so cute. Oh my god. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, so I probably want to crop it actually. So let's crop it. So let's go ahead and just do a quick edit here. Okay, so it'll refresh in a second, but in the meantime, I want to go ahead and throw in more of these. So basically from here. So let's do this. And then let's do this. So at least three of them, right? So lick the ice cream. Or actually just keep as long as there's ice cream in the name. So ice cream. I want there to be ice cream PNG. So ice cream PNG, eat the frog, and as long as there's some kind of priority in the name. Yeah, as long as some kind of priority in the name, then I want to have the priority on PNG. Um, and otherwise, there will be no imagery. Is that correct? Otherwise, it's just a bonus. And then bonus is just something relaxing. So I want something relaxing. So fantasy, relax, something like that. So imagine fantasy, relax, adventure, RPG. There we go. So while that's loading, I'm gonna save this just to see how everything looks. So these are priorities, amazing. That is some kind of frog. That's also very amazing. I'm gonna get rid of the so the second priority one, I'm gonna move over to start your course. So this one's gonna be ice cream. I just want to see how that one looks. I'm gonna refresh that while that's waiting. Maybe I want a beach. So this one's like beach, adventure beach. This is really nice though. Oh my god. Okay, wait, I like the bottom left one. So let's just upscale that. So let's go ahead and save that. So let's save this image. We're gonna just call this one relax bonus. Okay, and then we just call this bonus.png. It's so nice. Okay, cool. So now I can get rid of these, but the main thing I need to do now is have a color on the side, or like have a I'm trying to think. We'll see. We'll see. But the main thing is I know what I'm working on right now. That's super useful. I do think that having some sort of like I do think having some sort of divider is super important. I'm trying to build a vertical divider basically. Okay, let's get rid of the whole like ice creams and stuff like that, so we can see how it all looks together. Yeah, it's super, super smooth. I love it. So these are my impact tasks that I'm currently assigned on. I think what we can do is we can add one more. Yeah, let's add one more. So divider. Vertical divider. Okay, I don't think this makes sense, but let's say last name equals width 4. And then beachy, emerald, Make it point out more. Okay, so we're not seeing it already. Test. Okay, that's cool. Now we need a height full. I need a full height. How do I make a full height? Fill in height, take up remaining space. So flex 1. I want flex 1 of the height though. I want height is 100 VH. Height max. It's screen. Okay, so that's not correct. I think maybe I just force it. Yeah, let me just force it. I think it's better that way. Okay, let's go rounded. Width also force it, so that a 4 or something. Yeah, so width is forced. Let's say there's 1, 2, 3 or something like that. Flex, and then also align middle. Items center. All right, we're almost there. And then align middle, text center. Yeah, so anyway, this is the thought I had. Let's see if it even works first. So I don't think so. I like that visually it's giving me like a break. So like I might keep it even without these things. But it's too bright also. Okay, let's try very skinny one. And then let's also try opacity 20. Then you know why even have it then if it's gonna be so. Yeah, I think background white is better. But definitely it's too high now. So 14. 20. Yeah, how's that? It's not bad. I actually do like it. Is there 0.5? There is. Yeah, I think that looks really good. Yeah, that looks extremely good. Okay, I think that's it. So if I see these, so I know this is something I'm working on right now. Um, and because I know it's something I'm working on right now, actually I don't need to translate. So yeah, so it's something I'm working on right now, then I actually want it to be a bit bigger. So if it's something that I'm working on right now, so meaning that the color is yellow. Okay, so I want the scale to be bigger already. So damn it, doesn't work that way. Um, actually, no, it could. It could. It could definitely work that way. So I just need to throw this in. Um, so I just want scale 105. Yeah, awesome. So that's showing me like what I'm currently working on. Very, very cool, guys. We're able to get a lot done here. Basically, now we have impact pass. So let's go back to what our original thing was. So now we have we're pulling to-dos that are assigned to us. Now we can grab from their own connected accounts very easily. We're going to build that later. Clicking right now goes to Notion for this. So right now, if I click to Notion, for example, then what happens is I should be able to comment on it and say like, hey, you know, I want to be part of this. I can add a comment, for example. I need to log in, obviously, but I can add a comment and then I can go ahead and say that I'm interested in working on this task. In the future, I would probably do some kind of thing where clicking on it automatically comments, but we'll see that later. I want to do, yeah, so this is filtering, sorting, I think can be a future implementation. But for now, this is very, very clean, very, very, very good. Yeah, in the future, I think we want to just open the modal so I can make the rest of the success plan private. Loading dynamic data, I think this will take some time still. Well, maybe we can try a little bit here because we have this. This is really cool. So first of all, yeah, let's keep opening and closing this. This is a task that we're working on. Probably a refresh button as well. Yeah, we're probably going to need a refresh button here. Okay, very cool. I also need to figure out like how to pass in the details because right now if this is opened and I'm not logged in, this is probably going to break. So that's important. Yes, but for the meantime, this looks really good. Yeah, that's going to be that, and then that's going to be always showing. That's great. Right. Let's see the font stuff, or not font stuff. Let's see how I can pull this information. So active patron is pulling from the community. So I need to have a additional table that has all this information. All time level, that's all time level. So let's go to the card. Well, okay, first of all, let's deploy this. So this is working task list. Awesome. So those are things that are working currently. And then what I'm going to do is I just want to pull this information, at least from my database. So I'm going to have a Yeah, so I'm going to have a place for me to see all this. I can pull active patron from. This is interesting. Okay, so I think what happens is I'm going to use my Airtable to act as all these things. I'm going to go ahead and pull information from Airtable to load this card. Yeah, and then I'll use myself as an example first. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so I'm gonna try this for the next like 5 minutes, maybe, and then let's see how far we get. I'm not going to be too sour if I can't get too far on this, but let's just see. So we have just gonna open up one other thing here. Comic stream, manage skill that rolls. Um, I'm going to make this new thing called it's called the Adventure. Adventurers. Okay, so this is my adventurers table. Let's see what happens. I think the issue is that I probably need to set this up for community. Okay, wait, let's go ahead and figure this out first. So it's always good to like write it down first so that you know what you're doing. Dynamic data is we need to have a Airtable. Okay, so first we will have a make for fun view. So Supabase view. That's going to give me all time level. It's going to give me my life points. And also it's going to give me name. Airtable, I need something that shows me, for now it's just like raw information, but my adventurer rank, yeah, it should be under community, honestly. But the community right now is just legacy stuff, so I think it's fine. Yeah, I think community needs to be redone. Okay, so we have adventurer rank, we have patron status. We need to also grab roles. So community, I'll just roles, it's fine. And then adventurer since. So this could be two senses. It could be since they joined the community, or it could be since they yeah. I still do need to have a way to show. Okay, so let me just comment on here because I need to do this later probably. Because I think ultimately this should be the community table. I need to refactor this anyways to keep the adventurer and their user profile in sync. Okay, so then Airtable will also show the adventurer or community profile, and then this can also show their, which then we can grab Okay, there's another one then. Okay, well, community profile. And then from community profile, we're gonna grab a few things. We're gonna grab like recent posts, etc. So we can probably load those two things. And then all-time level, life points, name. Let's see what else comes from there. Yeah. Okay, very cool. So yeah, most likely won't do that right now. I think we've already had a pretty long live stream. So thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been super fun. I hope you guys learned something new or just had fun watching the building process. But the intention for this, of course, is just to continue revamping this. I'll probably release this sometime over the weekend for people to play around with it. But the next things that still need to happen, like I said, we still need to be able to have wins come in, and so I see one more thing is like full entries, but also wins need to wins award life points, yeah, for all associated accounts. That's something that we need to do on N8N server. So yeah, this build will continue. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you guys have a wonderful